You can see a number of the problems in this plantation that I'm gonna talk to you about it and then tell you what the solution could be.
Hay varios problemas aquí y también podemos encontrar soluciones a arreglarlos.
Number one issue that I can see is that the plants are planted a little bit too deep. Sometimes this graft union is very close to the ground. When you have this cultivation, it's just kind of burning out. That's one issue.
La unión es plano con la tierra.
Because when you plant it so deep, when you irrigate it so much in the different time, and then when you have too much rain, plant is having too much water in the root area, is getting less oxygen.
Cuando está plantado muy abajo y tiene tanto riego, tiene demasiado agua dentro de la zona de raíz y también la planta está buscando para aire.
Sometimes when you remove the entire plant, you see the second level of the root establishment, which also tells you that the plant is needing more oxygen and then starting to produce more feeder roots close to the surface.
Sí, cuando excavamos podemos encontrar la nivel segundo y hay dos niveles de raíz y eso es otro sintomático indicador porque la raíz está buscando para aire.
The samples that you collected, submitted to Dr. Rufina Hernandez's laboratory, isolated consistently cylindrocarbon, fusarium, and one sample came out as armillaria. All of those pathogens are, in my opinion, opportunistic. When there's too much moisture in the soil, they grow better and colonize better on the plants.
En los muestros que han enviado a Rufina tiene los patógenos que ha dicho aquí y todo eso son oportunistas, no son los principales.
No son los causantes.
Exactamente.
Especially armillaria, which is also known as oak rot fungus, which is not supposed to be here. Again, Basidiomyces, they like the too much water in the root area.
Especialmente con la principal que Rufina ya tiene en sus resultados, eso es un otro oportunístico.
Since you cannot change the level of those plants anymore, I will manage giving the amount of the irrigation, managing it, not too much on those plants.
La cosa que puedes hacer ahora es para cambiar las horas de riego.
Another that you can pay attention is that the issue is that do not irrigation point close to the trunk. It should be away from the trunk.
Hay otra cosa para mover la manguera, entonces no está justo con el tronco de la viña y está
Again,
directamente encima de la raíz.
Too much water close to the trunk area also could encourage those pathogens to colonize in the plant.
Para crear un lugar bueno para la patogenia a crecer adentro cerca la madera afuera del tronco.
So another problem that we saw is that the branch canker pathogen, which again Dr. Rufina's laboratory also isolated Lasiodiplodia, which is one of the member of the grapevine trunk diseases pathogen.
También tienes el cancro encima de los brazos, ahí separada con la raíz. Y Rufina ha dicho que aquí tienes Lasiodiplodia.
Lasiodiplodia is one of the pathogen that likes high temperature desert climate.
Esta le gusta mucho el clima que está caliente aquí que tienes aquí.
And their primary entry point is pruning wounds.
La principal es las heridas de la poda.
Once they infected, they rapidly move down and then colonize the entire plant.
Esa patogenia pueden viajar muy rápido al dentro de la madera, la medula, puedes viajar abajo.
In order to protect that thing, you have to protect the pruning wound. Application of, earlier I mentioned that either you can apply the chemical products, which is short-term protection that's going to provide, but pruning wounds are going to be susceptible for a long time.
La cosa más importante para proteger es las heridas de la poda, y la principal que puedes usar aquí es la química sintética, y también aquí va a enviar una receta, una lista
Or
de la química.
you can apply biologicals, which number of the trichoderma-based products have shown working very well to protect the pruning wound for a long term.
O también puedes usar los biológicas y pueden proteger más tiempo, también más larga.
Once they have that established, they are going to protect it very well for a long time. So that's the protection. Let's say you found already Lasiodiplodia branch canker infection and start moving down, let's say.
Ya tienes una viña que está enferma.
In that case, you can do the remedial surgery, which means
En ese caso es posible para arreglar.
when you see the branches dying back, start cutting back the branches until you see no canker.
Está bien cortarlo, ahí hasta puedes encontrar la guía que está sin mancha.
But that's not enough, because sometimes these canker pathogens can move beyond the canker symptoms.
Pero eso no está suficiente porque la plaga puede entrar más abajo que nosotros podemos.
You can either, when you see the last canker symptom, you can go about 10 to 20 centimeters below,
Está bien cortar 10 o 20 centímetros abajo de la última mancha.
or as long as you are above the graft union,
O si estás encima del injerto
and then remove it,
y quitarlo
protect the new pruning wounds,
y poner la química o proteger la herida de la corta principal.
and you can retrain it.
Y está bien reemplazar con la guía descansando.
But this is depending on how early you catch canker from top to down.
Depende si la enferma todavía está joven o no. O cuánto tiempo la viña está enferma.
Another issue could be related to the too much water. When you first remove the establishing the training the the trellis system, then you remove all those the vegetative part of the plant. Because of you are removing a lot of vegetative plant is gonna utilize less water in the soil because it's not evaporating and using that much.
También podría ser cuando estás trabajando en la viña, cuando estás joven, estás quitando mucha la hoja y los brotos ahí por los lados de los troncos, y la viña está tomando menos agua.
When you first establish it's critical moment until plant produce that kind of canopy to start using all the water that you give. So that period could be critical for you to consider how much irrigation that you want to adjust.
Eso también puede cambiar su sistema de riego, y es posible para cambiar cuántas horas vas a tirar cuando estás haciendo el trabajo para quitar los brotos allá por los lados del tronco.
That's right.